Wait, what? A tunnel? In Florida? A couple of weeks ago, I posted a video about how Imagineering has gotten the last couple of additions to the parks, well, wrong. This week, I'll point out where the old school Imagineers got it right. Now, don't get me wrong, the new lands are great. It's just that none of the new lands rides are wheelchair accessible. And when it comes to Imagineering, I just think the old schoolers were able to consider the practical things better. They were able to make a land gorgeous and accessible. How can I explain this? Oh, I got it. See, some things stay constant, and one of those is sea level. Yep, it's time for physics. Water likes to stay level, and water will seek the lowest level. Like if you poke a hole in the bottom of a water-filled balloon, well, someone gets wet. And if you come upon a body of water when building a roadway, you only have three options. Number one, stop the roadway altogether. That's it, the road just ends. No ferry, no nothing, just stops. This option led to the prevalence of ferry boats until better technology led to the creation of good bridges. I say good bridges because there were plenty of bad bridges already. There's still plenty of ferries around, even in Florida. But ferries are inconvenient and time-consuming. And just stopping the road, well, what's the point of having a road that doesn't go anywhere? I'll admit, I didn't even consider that. Number two, go over it. Build a bridge that'll carry you or whatever over the water, leaving enough water and air for boats to get through, of course. Believe it or not, I used to ride my bike across this bridge to get to work. Yeah, me too. What was I thinking? Okay, anyway, number three, you could go under it. One of my kids' favorite parts of trips to Grandma's was a stop on the Chesapeake Bay Bridge. Part bridge going over the bay, and two separate tunnels going under it. Oh, and the Seagull Pier where you could play that stupid little triangle and golf tee game until you're ready to toss it overboard. But sadly, the Seagull Pier closed in 2016 for a new tunnel construction, and it's not slated to ever reopen. Anyway, tunnels aren't all that prevalent in Florida because most of Florida looks like this. It's swamp. You dig down more than a couple of feet, you hit water. There aren't a lot of basements here for the same reason. So what did Disney's old school Imagineers decide to do?
Ooh, 2 weeks in a row! Historical background!
As a matter of fact, in all of Florida, there are only 5 roadway tunnels. The Henry E. Kinney Tunnel, completed in 1960, it replaced the drawbridge that had carried drivers on US 1 across the New River in Fort Lauderdale since 1926. The tunnel was built after a long debate on whether to construct another bridge or a tunnel. You see, the old drawbridge had operated so slowly that it sometimes took drivers 45 minutes to cross from one end of the bridge to the other, creating massive traffic jams in downtown Fort Lauderdale. So they went with a tunnel under the New River. And when the Kinney Tunnel was completed, it was the only tunnel in all of Florida. That was until the completion of the Port of Miami Tunnel in 2014 made it one of 2 public tunnels in the state. The relatively new Port Tunnel runs from downtown Miami into the Port of Miami on Dodge Island, dropping drivers and vehicles down 120 feet under the Biscayne Bay from its sea level entrance. Construction on the tunnel also meant that the Parrot Jungle Trail attraction had to be relocated. Okay, well, this accounts for 2 of Florida's tunnels. Where are the other 3, I hear you ask? Well, the other 3 are all on Walt Disney World property, and it depends on who you ask as to how many there really are, or if there are even tunnels. See, they serve in a unique capacity. They're not for cars or trucks or even railroads to go over the roadway. They're for boats, and some pretty hefty boats at that. Only 2 of the Waterbridges, as Disney calls them, are accessible to the public. The third is backstage and may actually be part of the second, again depending on who you ask. I'll get to those in a minute, but first let's go over the one that many people are familiar with, the World Drive Waterbridge. As you travel along the east side of the Magic Kingdom parking lot and past the entrance to Wilderness Lodge, just before you get to Contemporary, the road dips. Well, this is the World Drive Waterbridge. Here, the roadway traffic dips below water, connecting the man-made Seven Seas Lagoon and a naturally occurring Bay Lake. Crossing overhead, you may spot a rental barge, resort cruiser, a resort water taxi, or even a ferry boat headed back to the maintenance docks. It's probably one of the better-known sites on Walt Disney World property. Not so well known is the Waterbridge on Epcot Resorts Boulevard. The controversy is this: are the Epcot Resorts Boulevard and the Epcot Avenue of the Stars Waterbridge one and the same? Well, you and I can't access the Avenue of the Stars tunnel backstage at Epcot. It runs right next to the tube on Epcot Resorts Boulevard. So if you drop the completed tubes onto, I don't know, let's say the Turnpike, you'd have 2 lanes each direction. The Epcot Resorts Waterbridge is closest to the Yacht Club property and can normally be accessed from either end of the Epcot Resorts Boulevard. I say normally because currently part of Epcot Resorts Boulevard is completely blocked by construction. So right now, if you want to get to the Yacht or Beach Club, you need to turn near the Fantasia Mini Golf near the Swan and Dolphin hotels. It's also the best way to check out the progress of construction on Marriott's newest hotel, the Cove. Now, I'm sure that the latest bunch of Imagineers are really just as well imaginative as the old bunch, and they've really shown off their talent as well as their imagination in the construction of Pandora, Toy Story Land, and Black Spire Outpost. I mean, wow! They all look great, and their latest foray into transportation gave us the awesome Disney Skyliner. So yeah, they are every bit as talented as the old bunch. My only wish is that this new bunch of Disney Imagineers would concentrate a little more on wheelchair accessibility in any more new rides, and maybe, I don't know, retrofit at least one boat on the Navi River journey? I mean, I'd be glad to offer some advice. Ask any of my kids. I offer it all the time. And Imagineering can always give me a call. I've got some ideas. I mean, as far as accessibility is concerned. I'd like to take this opportunity to say thank you to all of those who subscribe to the channel. It really means a lot. I'd also like to thank those of you who signed up to be a patron of this page. For as little as $1 a month, you can sign up to be a member of the As Bob Sees It Patreon team. Doing so helps fund this channel. If you like this video, why not give it a big thumbs up? Maybe Imagineering will get the hint. I try to put out a new video every Friday, and you can catch the next one by subscribing to the channel. It's free. All you have to do is click on the red subscribe button. Also, remember that when you do subscribe, don't forget to click on that bell icon. That way you'll be probably be notified the next time I upload a video. Again, thanks for watching and subscribing. I'll see you in the next As Bob Sees It.
You said talk. You said continue to talk. You said don't stop talking for the entire second. You said to just keep talking and never stop talking. That's what you wanted me to do?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. Just